Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Chinenye Eze. Today we're just going to be talking about some of the changes that has happened in the immigration system in the UK, which I'm sure every one of us are already aware about. But today's video will really be focused about what do we really need to do. Please don't panic. I know that there's a lot of panic in the air, there's a lot of anxiety in the air, which is really understandable. But please do not panic, because there are still things that we still need to do if we want to navigate this whole new system. So a couple of weeks ago, there was the new proposed rule that there would be something called the end settlement, and people will no longer no longer to be able to get the indefinite leave to remain just based on the fact that they've spent so number of years in the UK. So it would now be an end settlement, and then we'll run through the summary table that talks about what those changes really mean for different categories of people, because now they have actually categorized people into different boxes to say so number of people get their indefinite leave to remain in so number of years. So this video is really just to encourage us, really. Please do not panic, do not be over anxious, but please let us put strategic plans in place. Stay with me on this channel. They are proposing that we would no longer be able to get the indefinite leave to remain just based on the fact that you spent X number of years in the UK. Prior to this time, if you are on a skilled worker visa or on a health and care worker visa, if you have spent up to 5 years on that visa, you qualify to be able to apply for the indefinite leave to remain. Now they are saying that this is no longer the case. They have now categorized it into different things, which we're going to see in the table that I'm going to show you guys. So now they're saying that end settlement is now going to be a principle whereby they will be able to recognize our contribution before they can give us the indefinite leave to remain. So this whatever end settlement thing is now based on, they actually identified 4 basic things, which is character, integration, contribution, and residence. So based on your character, based on how well you've integrated into the UK system, based on your contribution to the UK system, and based on the fact that how many years that you have lawfully resided in the UK. Those are the 4 criteria that will be considered before you can be granted the indefinite leave to remain. This is a very shocking, very sad news, because initially what we were hearing was that it was going to be 10 years, and people were still already contemplating about it, that oh my god, 5 to 10 years is going to be doubled and all of that. But now it's not just 5 to 10 years, it is now into different categories, whereby some category of people are actually going to end their settlement in 15 years. Like, when I heard about this one, god, it was so sad. I was like, 15 good years. Somebody will come into this country at the age of 35, and before they can get their indefinite leave to remain, they will be 50. That is, oh my god, I don't even know the words to describe that. But anyways, this video, I don't want it to be too long, so let's just go straight into it. So now they are saying that there will be minimum mandatory requirements that applicants must meet before they can be able to be granted settlement. And this minimum requirement is based on suitability, so which we'll talk about in another table, and then integration. So integration is talking about like being able to have B2 level in English language. And then also on that integration is the life in the UK test, which they are also proposing that they might want to review that as well. So if you haven't done your life in the UK test, you might want to also go and do that as soon as you can. So now they are saying that they've capped the baseline for which people can earn indefinite leave to remain to 10 years. And they are now saying that under different categories, this number can reduce. So somebody who has been able to show good integration, that is somebody who has English language at C1 level, will be able to have a minus of 1 year. So that means that person can qualify in 9 years. Somebody who can show good contribution, so somebody who is on a taxable income of £50,270 a year, would have the opportunity to be able to minus 5 years from this baseline. So that person could qualify in 5 years. And then they are saying that somebody who has been employed in a specified public service. So these specified occupations is nursing, doctors, teachers. This category of people will be able to qualify in 5 years. And then they went further to say that somebody who can be able to show that they have worked in the community volunteering will be able to have a reduction of 3 to 5 years from the baseline. So that means they could qualify in between 5 to 7 years. And then they also saying that those who are married to British citizens, so somebody who is a partner to a British citizen, will qualify in 5 years. So that one has not changed. And there is another part where they also said that those who are on a global talent visa can have the opportunity to qualify in 3 years. So that one has not changed as well. And then there is the part that is subject to consultation, which is the vulnerable groups. People, applicants that have received public funds, those that have received public funds for up to 12 months, they would have extra 5 years added. So that means they would only qualify in 15 years. Those that have received public funds for more than 12 months, it means that they will qualify in 20 years. Why those that have been in the UK or arrived to the UK illegally, maybe via a boat and whatever, those ones will qualify in 30 years because they've added extra 20 years. I'll show the table on the screen so you can see all I'm talking about. So I don't want to bore us with all of this because it's very easy for us to read this. Now, they said something about lower wage. They said workers who are in lower wage occupation, that they are now proposing that this category of people whose they are categorized to be low skilled because the RQ level is below level 6, RQF level is below level 6. They are categorizing these people and they are saying that they are only able to end their settlement in 15 years. And now they mentioned the part about the dependents and the children, which they are not really very clear about, because they said that this one will be subject to consultation because they are trying to see how would they be able to categorize the children, especially because the children will not be able to, they are not working. So there's nothing that has to do with maybe they are contributing or they are earning so amount of money. So those category of people, or the children, they have not been able to decide what they want to do. But for the dependents, they have told us that it is no longer based on the fact that once the main applicant qualifies, then the dependent can qualify. No, it's going to be on an individual basis. So the fact that somebody is a nurse and then is married to somebody who is a care worker does not mean that the moment the nurse qualifies, then the care worker can also qualify in 5 years. So it means that everybody is going to be running an individual race when it comes to this end settlement thing. I don't get it, to be honest. Now, they have told us a very important, if you have not listened to anything in this video, please take away this one. They have told us that there's a consultation questionnaire, which I have filled mine, by the way. And if you have not filled yours and you're watching this video, please, I'll leave the link. Go and fill it. This is very important. Our voice is very, very important. Please let us not sleep. If you can even email, send letters to your MP, please do it and state your situation, state your category of situation, because sometimes we feel like, oh, these people are not going to do anything, they've already made up their mind. No, whether they've made up their mind or they've not made up their mind, if we have one voice and we all put out what we want to say, I'm sure they will consider it. So please, if you have not filled that consultation questionnaire, go and fill it, to abeg. Please go and fill it. I filled mine. And the questions are really, really very tricky. If you have filled yours, please let me know in the comment section. I feel like some of the questions are really, really very tricky. You really have to read it over and over again before you go and fill the wrong thing. Now, they are telling us that between 2021 and 2024, a very high number of low-skilled migrants came into the country, and they are saying on the health and care visa, and they are saying that this category of people, the peak of number of people that are going to gain settlement will be in 2028, which they are really worried about. Prior to this 2021, in 2020, before 2021 rather, the people who come on the skilled worker visa / health and care worker visa they usually have the RQF level 6, But in 2021, when they needed care workers, they dropped down the number to people who have RQF below level 6, and that's how people were able to come in. And now, mind you, they think that they are saying that these people are low skilled workers. They are categorizing these people as if they don't have any skills whatsoever, but they don't realize that most of these people who came into the country are people who have masters, people who were doing very well in their country, but they came into this country probably for different reasons, and then they've all come into this country and they are contributing their skills to the country, to the system. But now they are categorizing these people as low skilled workers, as if they don't even bring anything to the table at all. What can we do if you are in any of these categories that we have mentioned? What can we really do to help ourselves? Number one thing is, please, it is very easy to panic, and when we're in the panic mode, we don't think clearly. So please, it's fine to be worried, because it's very worrying, but still let us plan. Everybody's situation is different, so there is not going to be like a one size fits all advice for everyone. But one thing that I can say is that we need to upskill. If you need to upskill, please upskill. If you need to take a course, a certificate, there are lots of short courses that you can do. There are lots of trainings, boot camps that you can do to upskill yourself. If you upskill yourself, you have the opportunity to apply for level to apply for band 6 jobs, band 7 jobs in the NHS, where these jobs can be able to push you into the high earning category of workers, and then you will be able to qualify for your indefinite leave to remain quicker. Another thing that we could do is to make sure that we remain legally abiding citizens of this country. Try to abide, pay your taxes, don't jump taxes, don't jump rules, do the right thing, don't cut corners. Just ensure that you're doing the right thing, living in this country legally. These are one of the things that we could do to help ourselves, because to be honest, it is really hard and it's really heartbreaking to hear this news. Another thing that we could do is, if you can contribute to your community, please do. You can join. Maybe there are watch things that you can do in your community just to ensure that you are part of that community. If you can volunteer, it is very good. Lots of opportunities to volunteer in the community, even if it's one day a week, 5 hours in a week. Just do something to contribute to the community, because as we have seen, all of this is going to contribute to either reducing or increasing our opportunity to be eligibility to be able to apply for the indefinite leave to remain. This news is very sad, and trust me, since this news came out, I've been trying my best to say, I don't know how I'm going to do this video, because I just don't know how to do the video. But I just knew that I just had to air my own voice as well and give my own perspective about this whole thing. Now, there's something very significant that they mentioned. They are saying that the consultation seeks views on whether the law should be changed so that it would be possible to make settlement subject to no recourse to public fund. You know what they're doing with the skilled worker visa? You've got no recourse to public fund. Now they are now proposing that whether they're going to give people settlements, but say you have the settlement, but you don't have cost to public fund. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this. I'm going to end this video by reminding us, please, if you have not done if you have not filled the consultation questionnaire, please go and complete it. Your voice is needed. If you're an immigrant in this country, whether you've got your ILR or you haven't got your citizenship yet, it doesn't really matter. Let all of us put our voice together so that it can be heard. Most especially because of that category of people, the care workers that have been capped at 15 years. We need to all air our views. That's not going to happen. It must not happen. I am praying about it, because I am a Christian, and I believe that there is nothing God cannot do. Go down on your knees and pray, and go and do that questionnaire. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.